Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Safe Haven, where you can feel like you belong. I just want to talk about, like, I've seen many posts about Sarah Jakes, about the Women's Evolve, and how it costs $600, y'all. And I just want to say, to each his own, right? To each his own. I feel like if somebody's willing to pay to hear the word of God, to each his own. You know, there are people who would pay $1,000 just to see Beyonce get on stage half naked and doing satanic rituals. So I feel like, hey, if you're willing to pay $600 to go to a conference, that's you. But people have to be mindful is that sometimes people go to these things because they are willing and they have a open heart, you know, to receive. And I feel like, hey, just be mindful when it comes to going to these concerts, knowing that, hey, if I can just have a willing heart and able to receive this word at this conference for $600, and I can really just go to church on a Sunday and then hear you know, and actually hear the word of God. Be mindful that God is always speaking. And if somebody is willing to pay that kind of money, that's them. We can't judge somebody because they're willing to pay $600 to a conference to go see Sarah Jakes. No disrespect. I would love to go see Sarah Jakes in concert because I've always wanted to either see Sarah Jakes or Priscilla Shear, if I'm pronouncing her last name right. So I feel like to each his own. Nobody knows what somebody else is dealing with. And even though people try to tear down or speak bad about somebody else hosting a conference that costs that much a ticket, you have to be mindful that there are people who are celebrities or artists who would charge you $1,000 a ticket just to see them sing, a couple songs that you can hear at your own church home. Let's be real. So I feel like, just know that evolving is a part of your mindset. You have to pray next, God, how can I change? You know, there are sacrifices, again, that you have to make to get to the place that God has destined you to be. Just like when you fasting to get a closer walk with God, or you're fasting because there's something that you want God to do, right? You want a prayer to be answered. So I feel like you have to understand that there are sacrifices that you have to make. And no, God didn't promise you a bed of roses. God didn't promise you that the grass was going to be greener every